What's up, guys? Today I'm doing another roundup of plugins and templates that I am obsessed with for Final Cut right now. I'm going to link to all of them down below if you want to check them out. But I have to say, of all the times I have made these roundup videos, I have never been more excited to share with you my picks because people are innovating in this space and there's a lot of exciting things happening. Let's just dive right into it. My first pick is Motype 2 from FX Factory. Motype 2 is a huge collection of really dynamic and interesting titles. If you follow my main channel, you know that every year I drop a list of video trends that are going to be hot for the upcoming year. And for the past couple of years, I've talked a lot about maximalism, and Motype 2 is the epitome of maximalism when it comes to titles. These titles are wild, particles, deep shadows, paint strokes, just so dynamic, colorful, vibrant, and amazing, but they're not all so crazy. Some of these are more subtle and practical for some of your more conservative projects, but they're all totally customizable, easy to use, and so incredibly eye-catching. I am here for Motype 2. My next pick is so innovative, I don't even know how to categorize it. It is Timelines from Motion VFX, and it's a totally new way of editing in Final Cut Pro. I'm so excited to show you it, and I know they're excited too because they have a free timeline that I will link to down below so you can try this yourself. The idea is that you get these pre-cut timelines that don't actually have any video clips in them. Instead, they have these gap clips that are perfectly timed to align with cuts in a music beat. And the process for accessing these is a little bit different as well. You need the M Installer app from Motion VFX. Then you're just going to click the Timelines option, select the timeline you want to edit with, and hit this purple button that says Open in FCP, and then you can decide if you want a horizontal or vertical aspect ratio. I'm going to go horizontal, and then it's going to ask me which library I want this to live in. Let's just dissect this here. I already showed you that there are gap clips that are connected to the main storyline, and they are perfectly timed out in length to fit with a cut of music that in this case you can see right here is 120 beats per minute. So what you would do is replace all of these gap clips by either clicking, dragging, getting the pop-up and selecting replace from start, or just queuing up your playhead over the next gap clip, selecting the clip you want to insert from your browser and hitting the shortcut Option R. And then all of the effects are built right in. Now, if you wanted to use the same timeline template, but with a different cut of music, all you need to do is find a cut of music that is 120 beats per minute, and it will work in this timeline, and all of your shots will cut at the perfect place. How do you do that? I like to use the stock music site Soundstripe because you can sort by beats per minute. So I will link to Soundstripe below as well. Then you can just go in and customize all of your titles as you see fit. Here is the video I made with the Kinetic Add timeline from Motion VFX. It's really just designed to speed up your edits, and it's just a totally new way of thinking about editing in Final Cut Pro, and I am here for it. Good job, Motion VFX. You really blew my mind when you brought this one out. All right, let's move on to my next pick for you guys, and it's not brand new, but it is awesome. It is called Keyper by FX Factory. So if you've never seen Keyper before, what it does is it identifies people in your shots and cuts them off the background, no green screen necessary. And I have to say, with a drag and drop, it's pretty good. If you go into the settings in the inspector, we can crank up the quality to high, and you get a cleaner cutout. Now, a lot of times people will use Keyper to, let's say, apply a glitch effect on a person in a shot over a background, but the way I like to use it is really for color correction. Let me show you what I would do. I would start by just color correcting this particular shot for the two people in the shot. So I'm just going to use this white balance plugin. You guys probably see me use this little plugin all the time. Of all the color correction plugins out there, I don't know what it is about this one. Everyone in my office just loves it. I'll link to this one down below too if you've never seen it. All right, so I think they look great themselves, but I was on this shoot and the background isn't nearly as vibrant as I know it was in real life. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this color corrected clip. I'm going to hit Option and click and drag it in my timeline to duplicate it. Then I'm going to hit V to disable that top clip, and let's select that bottom clip again. And I'm going to do further adjustments, bringing out the sky and the blue ocean color. But you can really see when I brought out the blue in the sky, I affected his white shirt a lot. Watch what happens when I turn off that color correction for the sky. And when I turn it back on, do you see these like really blue, cool highlights in his shirt now? I don't want to see those. I want to preserve the original color correction I did on this couple. So here's what we're going to do. I'm now going to enable that top clip, and then I'm going to drop the Keyper effect on that shot. And now I've preserved the color correction I did on these people because Keyper has cut out these people perfectly. But you can see my sky looks nice and blue, my ocean looks nice and teal, and their skin tone looks really golden like it was late day. And I didn't have to do any sort of like masking around them or anything. While I do think Keyper's really cool for those fun effects you may have seen other people doing, for me and my like very corporate practical projects that I work on, this is the best use for Keyper. I love this plugin. All right, let's move on to my next plugin, which is a series of really cool titles and transitions from Pixel Film Studios called Shift. Shift is a huge, huge collection of titles. Look at all of these titles that come with the Shift template. I mean, I don't even know how many there are. There's so many in here. It's wild. All different configurations. I'm going to select this one here, bars 54, and just drop it on top of this shot. It builds in and builds out these really cool glass panels. And of course, you can go in and customize the text. There's also a huge range of transitions that come with Shift. Whose job was it to create all of these? That's what I want to know. Give this person a raise. These things are so nice. You know me, you know I love a glass panel, and they're just beautifully designed. And if you really want to get funky with it, you can actually even select the transition, and in the inspector window, click on into edit mode and make a ton of customizations where you can blur some of the layers, change the rotation. I mean, you can really get into the nitty-gritty with these transitions. But honestly, there's so many of them, you can definitely find a default setting to fit your need. The Shift titles and transitions for me are just elegant. They fit with that maximalism trend we've been talking so much about, and I just really like them. You know I love glass panels. I talk about it all the time. So for me, Pixel Film Studios Shift gets a thumbs up. All right, let's talk about my last pick. I always have to throw something in from Motion Array because Motion Array for me has saved the day so many times when I have to edit a project and I'm just not feeling creative. I can just browse Motion Array's templates for Final Cut and just find something to spice up my project. Motion Array is a subscription service, and I dug around and looked at what was new in Motion Array, and I found this guy right here. It is called the 3D Camera Rig, and I love this because these are these drag and drop effects that bring life to an element like this screenshot of our website. I'm going to throw this into edit mode and show you how it works. This box on the left is your start point, so you can set up your start point framing. And then all with the on-screen controls, you can control the rotation on the X, Y, and Z axes, or you can do it all in the inspector window. And then just head down to the end of your clip and set your endpoint. And really quickly, if you ever have to do anything with like a PDF or a screenshot, you've got a nice, elegant move that takes almost no time to achieve. You guys, did you like my picks for my favorite plugins and templates right now? Which one are you most excited to pick up? Remember, I've linked to all of them down below. I picked out some other videos though I know you're gonna love as well. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you again.